They'll jump too early there, and they're off, and they're racing. And Paisley Park has jumped away really sweetly, albeit at the back of the field, with Pushima, who is also held up. To the first of 12 flights, and it's the favourite Champ, who is out in front and leading from T Clipper and last year's winner Thomas Darby as they take the first. And then a gap of some 3 lengths to Paisley Park, and Pushima is the back marker early on. Quickly to flight number 2, and Champ taken to the front from the get-go by Jonjo O'Neill Jr. Popped over the second flight of hurdles really well. And he's the leader from Thomas Darby, who's gone second, just ahead of T Clipper. T Clipper chasing a big race double for trainer Tom Lacey and rider Stan Shepherd, successful with Sebastopol earlier this afternoon. Paisley Park is switched off in 4th position. He's travelling absolutely fine, and Pushima's just a length behind him in last place as Champ takes the bend down the side of the course and moving now towards the home straight for the first time. Champ leads up. He's 2 to 2.5 lengths clear. Absolutely together for second, T Clipper on the outside of Thomas Darby, and still a break to Paisley Park, and Pushima is last of all. Champ takes the turn into the home straight and heads now down towards flights 3, 4 and 5 before they go round again. Champ at the next one. Champ over safely. Just second was Thomas Darby, but T Clipper still directly alongside him on the stand side. Paisley Park a bit closer now, and so to Pushima, the back marker. On their head now towards flight number 4. Champ jointly with Paisley Park at 10 years old, the oldest in the race, and racing with plenty of early vigour. Champ leading over that one from T Clipper and Thomas Darby, who are still together. Here's flight number 5. Paisley Park in behind him in 4th place, and the back marker Pushima well and truly switched off in rear. Heading past the enclosures then for the first time in the Coral long distance hurdle. Champ the leader. He's 2 to 3 lengths in front of T Clipper and Thomas Darby. Those two inseparable through the first part of the race. A couple of lengths only back to Paisley Park, and Pushima back marker still. So impressive at Wetherby, bidding to add to that here this afternoon. Away from us they race now, and Champ has had a completely uncontested lead, moving into the back straight for the second time. Champ from T Clipper, Thomas Darby, Paisley Park and Pushima as they prepare now to rise at the first of 4 flights down the back straight. Champ the leader then as the jumping starts again. Champ 2 lengths clear. Thomas Darby, T Clipper in behind. Good jump in particular from Thomas Darby. Pushima's moved up closer now than at any other stage in the race. He's travelling well, as indeed is Paisley Park, who is now our back marker. Next flight of hurdles, well jumped by Champ there. Champ landed 3 clear. Little glance around from Jonjo O'Neill Jr. He's in front from, in second, Thomas Darby. Just as the heat rises a little bit, Paisley Park gets a bit closer, but T Clipper has just dropped back into 4th place and is being nudged along. Pushima's on the wide outside. They've completed a circuit of the track. Champ still leading. He's been jumping absolutely fine as well at the head of affairs. Paisley Park's going so sweetly in behind him. On their outside, that's Thomas Darby as T Clipper is encouraged along, and Pushima on the wide outside. Champ led over the next flight. That was 4 from the finish. He's barely put a foot wrong so far, Champ. Trying to stretch this field a little bit. Certainly looks as though T Clipper is fighting a losing battle. He's dropped back to be last of all as they move now down the side of the course. So Champ, Thomas Darby second, and Paisley Park, former winner of this race, in 3rd place. Pushima is about 6 lengths off Champ, the leader, and Pushima now also being squeezed along for the first time. And there's not much response from T Clipper in last place, driven along too. Paisley Park's gone second. He's eyeing up Champ ahead of him. Champ leading, still going strongly. Paisley Park's travelled so sweetly, though, to this point. Behind him, Thomas Darby up on the outside in 3rd. And these are well clear. Pushima surely no chance from there. T Clipper likewise. Can they catch Champ? Can anybody get near him? Paisley Park looks the likeliest at the moment. Third last, Champ over safely from Paisley Park. Another confident look round from Jonjo O'Neill Jr. on Champ. Paisley Park now, for the first time, is under pressure. Back in third place is Thomas Darby as they race down towards the second last. Champ with Paisley Park still there. Bring the house down if Paisley Park can get him over the second last. Champ in front, quarter of a mile left to go. For the first time, asked for a bit more though, Champ. Paisley Park still there with him, just a length and a bit away in second place. Final flight, Champ over safely. Paisley Park in second. They're clear now of Thomas Darby. Onto this long run in. Champ driven right out. He's having to get very serious. Paisley Park down the stand side, giving it absolutely everything. They're wide apart, these two fabulous 10-year-olds. Champ on the far side, Paisley Park this side. Champ and Paisley Park. It's a battle royal, and it's very tight between Champ and Paisley Park. The veterans served up a Friday afternoon treat. We need the judge to sort it out from Thomas Darby back in the distant.
The long distance hurdle has gone to Champ in quite the scrap. On board, of course, was Jonjo O'Neill Jr. Many congratulations. What an epic race that was.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was brilliant. And, you know, Paisley Park is obviously a tremendous warrior. The two of them have had some right set twos in the past. And there was another close one, but Champ felt brilliant today. And, you know, no one wanted to go on with, obviously, Drasher out. And Nicky just said in AP that maybe, you know, let him bowl along. He worked him here last week, AP did, and said he was quite happy in front, and that worked nicely.
He went quite zestily, actually, wasn't he? He was going really quite freely with you?
I scored him yesterday morning, and AP was very happy last week, but he felt brilliant yesterday. You know, obviously he's had issues in the past, but he jumped really well today, and I was very confident after schooling him yesterday, and he was just a very happy horse today.
And what were you thinking in the straight? Because you know Paisley Park's run style, you know that he's going to be coming after you late. So what were your thoughts as you were turning for home?
Yeah, it was a tricky one. Obviously, he had a nice run round, and you know he was able to get his own way out in front. But all he does is stay. But I just thought someone like Paisley Park might be coming after me in the last. And Aidan, obviously, rightly so, went the other way to keep away from me. And I think he probably half furlong out just after the last. He thought that maybe the race he had done his winning. But when the rail came and brought us closer together again, he went again. So, no, it was close, and luckily we were on the right side of it today, but he's been a brilliant horse.
So he's just kind of pulling himself up, was he, when he sort of edged to his left?
Well, I mean, he always typically hands a little bit left, and he was out in front all the way, so he just had no company, and obviously Aidan was the far side. So, yeah, but as soon as he caught him, he went on again and put the head down where it mattered.
It's a race that's brought a smile, I think, to everyone's faces, so many congratulations, well done.
Thank you. Cheers, Lydia. Thank you.
Well, we've heard from Jonjo O'Neill, now let's hear from the winning trainer, Nicky Henderson, who's had a double on the day and a really special race here with Champ. Now, the objective jump racing fan in you must have absolutely loved that.
Well, I think anybody would, because that's what these good, I don't say old, but they are getting on a bit, and they've been, you know, Champ and Paisley Park have been around for quite some time, and they've been two genuine Grade 1 horses and you know, they come and fight out a race like that. I thought we were beaten actually watching it live, and then when you got the first replay it held on, but you'd still be proud of our old boy. I think he's a year younger, isn't he, than Paisley Park, but
I think they're both 10, but I always they are both 10.
Both 10. Yeah.
You always think of Champ as being slightly younger than Paisley Park. I know what you mean.
Done, yeah, but I mean, he's been around a long time. Don't forget, you know, he's won an RSA and things like that over fences. He's, you know, everybody adores him. He's got the most lovely character, and he's just a sweet horse. And as you know, AP probably said, you know, he rode him here in a gallop 10 days ago, and he thought he was in great form. And you know, you can't help but love him. But he does have his ailments as well, and he's a bit creaky, like all of us when you get to that age. And where it helps enormously, when he goes home to Martinstown in the summer, I mean, his back isn't very good, and that's why we've stayed hurdling over the last couple of years, only because fences just put that little bit of extra pressure on it, and the team at JP's at Martinstown do a wonderful job. So he comes back to me in very good order at the beginning of every season. Then it's up to me to sort of, I send him back in bits. Well, not bits, but the body gets a little bit creakier, and you have to mind it a little bit. And it's lovely. He's just one of those very special horses.
And what were you thinking in the straight? Because Champ had gone through it so zestily. He was clearly loving it, wasn't it? But everybody knows Paisley Park's run style. So what were you feeling?
Well, you could see he was off the bridle and we were travelling, but as you rightly say, you never write him off. You could never read Paisley Park. I mean, you might stand still at the start for 100 yards and still come and beat you. You don't think when he stood still at the start, oh, good, that's him gone out of the way, because he'll still... He's a bizarre catcher, and he was off the bridle, and you'd think we were going rather the better, but it's still, he's a phenomenal horse, Paisley Park, and phenomenal team, and look, I'm sure we're going to meet again in 3 weeks' time, so on it goes, And
we'll roll on to that, the long walk hurdle then.
Yeah, that's where we'll go. I mean, to be fair, we started Champ in that first time out last year, and he is good fresh. But, as he gets a little bit older, maybe I'm hoping he might just need a run to put him right rather than running him, just being that bit fresh that he likes to be. Yes, he's always won first time out, but I can't help but think he'd come along, he'd improve a bit for today.
Okay. Well, I look forward to round 2 of this season between those two. Many congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you. A terrific battle between 2 10-year-olds for the long distance hurdle. Paisley Park was the one who finished second. It's never over till it's over with him. What a huge run.
Yeah, massive run, Lydia. You have to be happy with him. It's just annoying to get beaten.
What were you thinking in the straight?
Oh, I just thought I had him rolling. I wanted to keep away from Jonjo only because he'd make the run in the whole time, that horse. So I thought if anything is going to get lonely in this straight up the front, to be something that's been there the whole way. And my horse knew he was there, so I just thought I'd brought him out and have one go late on wide, so I might get him. Didn't work, which is annoying.
A bit stuttery into a couple of the hurdles, maybe?
Just the last 2, he had a bit of a shadow. He's a very clever horse, and he just spotted him. But there you go. Thank you.
Thank you. We've heard from Aidan Coleman. Let's hear from the trainer of Paisley Park, Emma Lavelle. I bet you're delighted and frustrated in equal measure.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's brilliant. He's back. He's the most extraordinary horse. He really is, and you just kind of felt if we could have jumped one of the last 2, it would have made the difference. But look, I take my hat off to Champ and they're special 10-year-olds turning up, running races like that. It is really what National Hunt Racing is all about, and I'm just very privileged, and as our whole team, to be lucky enough to train one of those horses.
Well, you heard it was recognised here, the way that he was clapped into the second place spot.
Yes, it would have been nicer to have been clapped into the first place spot, but yeah, no, look, we're so proud of him, we really are, and he's back for another season, and that's unbelievable testament to him, testament to Barry riding him at home every day,
and the whole of your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you said he'd need the run as well, so
I know. Well, yeah, it's probably the best first run he's had for a couple of years anyway. So look, we'll take the same route so long as he's all right after this long walk, and then. It'd be nice if we could make the Cleeve his own again and, on to Cheltenham. So, look, he's an extraordinary horse and we're very lucky to have him.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to that. I think everyone here is. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You.